Hello again. Hello, everyone. Hello, hello, hello. Thank you guys for rocking with us always. I appreciate you. If you're watching, just say hello in the comments so that I will be able to say hello back to you. Again, if someone happened to have shared this video with you and you have no idea who this face belongs to, my name is Otesia Johnson. I'm the founder of Bet On Yourself Enterprises. But today I am coming to you as the host and founder and lead facilitator of the CEO Arise conference. This conference is for specifically believers who know they are either in business, they are called to business, you are a leader, you are a pioneer in your industry. This conference is for you. It is to equip and empower you as you execute the plans that God has given you in prayer. And I have promised you that I was going to introduce you all to the speakers that are going to be dropping major gems during this conference. And so I am back now. You guys heard me talk to Lucretia Williams just a little while ago. Now I have another special speaker that is with us tonight. Well, tonight, I don't know what time it is where you are, but it's been a long day. I know it's Friday. It's before the 4th. Y'all like, Chad, we trying to go eat. But hang with us for just a few minutes before you tap out, because she's about to give you guys some amazing information. And by she, I mean none other than Kesha, the money coach Watson. I could tell you guys all of Kesha's amazing professional attributes, but I'm going to tell you what I like most about Kesha. She is a straight shooter who knows her stuff, right? She's one of those that if you ask her a question, she got an answer, and her answer got a caveat to it. And if you got to switch it, she can tell you how to switch it and flip it and pivot and all that good stuff. The girl know her numbers. She is down to earth. And most importantly, she loves Jesus, y'all, because y'all know I rock with people who rock with me, and those people rock with Jesus. Amen. A to the man. So without further ado, and I forgot, you guys are familiar with Kesha because you've seen her. She's also one of the lead coaches of LMD. So y'all have watched me and Kesha vibe before, all right? So without further ado, I am going to bring up none other than Kesha the Money Coach.
Hello. Hey, everybody in Facebook land. How y'all doing?
So, Kesha, I told everybody who I think you are because I think you're so dope. But I want you to tell everybody who you think you are. Tell them who you are, girl.
You know, that introduction was wonderful. I was like, oh, thank you. I don't think I need to say much more. But again, my name is Kesha Watson. I am one of 3 coaches of LMD, and I also am Kesha the Money Coach Watson. I have my own financial counseling or coaching group. Been in the business for about 15 years, but service is what made me continue to do it, and being able to help our people grow and be better. So I did it for a nonprofit corporately for about 5 years, got all the tips, tools, knowledge, and tricks on their dime, right? They trained me. I'm a certified financial coach and home ownership counselor through NeighborWorks America. That is a HUD recognized organization that I got their certification through. And I was able to help over 500 families get some basic financial literacy. And they got that within a 1 hour orientation that I created. I created that curriculum. So after leaving the nonprofit world, I went and did a few things, worked for a Fortune 500 company in management, worked for the government, came back to a nonprofit. But then one of my clients, who is now one of the members of LMD, reached out to me and she said, "Hey, I need you because I know the way that you coach, and you coach of a place of service and of place of compassion. And that's what I want from LMD." So here I am. I'm doing my coaching thing, doing it for myself, but more so doing it to benefit and serve other people.
I love it. And you know what? For me, it was your heart of service. That was
Yes.
one of the things that allowed me to let my guard down, right? And to connect with you. Because I always say that, the people that you have in your circle say a lot about who you are. And so it's important to surround yourself with the right people. And so
For sure.
whenever you talk about helping families, there's this light that you get, right? You can tell that you're really passionate about that. And so I love and I respect that about you, because you don't always see that, because you could go get your bag, in other places, and you could be like, forget them people. But the fact that you haven't done that, I respect that. I respect that about you. I want to ask you, Kesha, why did you say yes? You're busy, you're booked and busy too. So why did you say yes to CEO Arise?
Well, first of all, Miss Otisha Johnson, that's without being said. Anything she touched turned into gold. Manna from heaven, God speaking through her. So anytime she come and say, "Hey sis," it's like, where you want me to be? That's number one. But I do think I have a unique perspective because I am an entrepreneur. So I talked more about my financial coaching, but I am a licensed real estate agent. And I'm also a tax professional. I'm still in the 9 to 5, but I have pretty successful businesses. Both of my businesses are pretty successful. And I have a unique perspective, I believe. Most business, we know 50% of businesses, they end up failing within the first 2 years because they don't have the financial know-how. So I've been able to maintain my businesses, working a 9 to 5, been profitable in my business, and also be able to tell you how to get to the point where your money is working for you in that business. So I feel like I have a unique perspective. I have something to share with people that are in the same spot that I am. I've been successful at it, and I want to let them know how to do it.
I love it. You said a very key word that I'm always like talking to my coaching clients about, and that is profitable, right?
Yes.
Right?
Yes.
Talk to us a little bit about how entrepreneurs, when they get started, because they're making money, they think they're profitable, but a lot of times they really aren't. Talk to us a little bit about how that happens or what that looks like.
So I harken back to personal finances. It's kind of the same thing in business. I mean, if what you're doing is living paycheck to paycheck, you're not profitable. Okay.
Yeah.
You could be getting in a lot of money. And I've seen a lot of clients who are making $1,000 a month. And I have some clients who are making $10,000 a month. They're in the same boat. So in order to be profitable in your business, that means that you are getting in more than you're spending. Right.
Right.
And another key component that people don't talk about in terms of business is saving and reinvesting. You don't hear that. You make a profit, you want to go spend it. You want to go, go to the Bahamas and cash out on the vehicle. You have to reinvest in your business, because just like in your personal life, businesses have rainy days too. So you have to be prepared for that.
Right. Have you seen a lot, I would say in your own business, have you seen a lot of times where it was those financial decisions that would make or break the business?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
I had to, in my situation, again, it's unique. I have a 9 to 5. So when I was starting to pull money from my personal bank account to fund my business, I had to revamp and rethink how I was doing business. So it can break you. If you are starting to get into savings, or you're in business and you don't have that next check coming in, or you don't have a 9 to 5 coming in, you have to make sure that you're making sound business decisions. And that actually first starts with your finances. How did you get started? Right? Did you have a plan? Did you have a budget? Are you following that budget? And do you have money saved up for a rainy day? So those business principles translates into personal life. And that's what I'm going to be talking about at the conference.
Now listen, you just said, do you have a budget and do you follow the budget? So you mean it's not enough for me just to have it? I got to actually follow it?
Yes. Yeah. And I think that's where the uniqueness comes in with me and how I coach my clients, is because we get to the root. There's a
Right.
relationship with everything. Everything
Mm-hmm.
that you do, there's a relationship. You
Right.
have a relationship with your money.
Right.
How you spend it, how you use it, how you look at it, how you value it,
Right.
right?
Right.
That is because of relationship. So let's
Right.
get down to the root. When I
Right.
counsel and coach my people, I coach them for a lifetime. It's not to buy a
Mm,
house. It's not to
that's
buy a
good.
car. It's not to start a business.
Right.
These are principles that I give you that you are going to remember when you're 75 because they don't
Mm,
change, right?
right. Right.
Finances don't change. It ebbs and flows, but for the most part, it stays the same.
Right.
So what you do, I coach for principles that will last you a lifetime. So you'll never not have the tools that you need.
Right. What do you say to that business owner that says, "Well, I'm not making enough money in my business to have a budget for my business"?
You got to revamp. You got to
Yeah.
rethink. You
Yeah.
got to be innovative. You got to
Right.
move and groove.
Right.
Did you plan on the onset? Did you plan for that rainy day? Did you
Mm-hmm.
realize that you will probably not be profitable, meaning making enough money to sustain yourself for the
Right.
first 2 years? When you
Right.
went into the business, did you calculate that? Or
Right.
were you
Right.
thrust into it? Now, don't get me wrong.
Mm,
It's some social media gurus and, overnight
mm.
millionaires out there. Vast majority, that ain't us.
Right.
that's not
Right.
that's not where we at. So you have to go into your business with a plan. And if you're already in business and you don't have one, that's when you need to get a money coach in your life.
That's good. All right. So, money coach, what do you say to those people who say, if you're a believer, you shouldn't be thinking about money that much?
Um, that's true, but we live on earth, right?
Yep.
We in the world. We don't have to be
Uh-huh.
of the world, but we in
Right.
here. And
Right.
money makes things move. So, we're in business to be profitable,
That's
right?
right.
So,
That's right.
God will give you the guidance that you need.
Yeah.
God will give
Yeah.
you the discernment. And in business, we also know if you're believers, you should be giving also,
Oh,
right?
oh. Say that again. If you're what now?
If
Say that
you're a
again.
believer, you should be giving also. So, in your
Come on.
business, you should be sowing into other people. So, yes, God will take care of that. But He also gave us wisdom.
Come on.
Right?
Come on.
So we ain't got all this money coming in and we ain't doing all this business just
Right.
to be doing it haphazardly. He gave us
Yeah.
wisdom. He gave us sense in order to make sure that we're making correct moves. And if you
Yeah.
put Him first, come on, somebody.
Come on. Come on and preach, Kesha. Come on.
That business and that wisdom will come along with it, along with your giving.
Absolutely. I remember when God was dealing with me about changing my mindset about money, because I used to think that it was greedy, to want to make a lot of money. And so I said, I will never forget this. My very first financial goal as a full-time entrepreneur was $1,100 a month. That's all I wanted to make. That was what I asked for. I ain't know no better, girl. I thought I thought I was supposed to be modest. I thought I was supposed to be humble in my asking.
Bless the
And God
Lord.
jacked me up in prayer. I was like, that's not humility. That's poverty.
That's right.
They're not the same.
No, ma'am.
They're not the same.
No, ma'am.
And that wasn't our only source of income, but it was what I felt like I could do. If it was
Right.
what I felt like was attainable, it was all I felt like I needed.
Yes.
And then God started to deal with me about the purpose of profits. There
Mhm.
is a purpose that's attached to the profits that you make.
That's
And
right.
if you are not in the proper position, you
Mhm.
will miss out on fulfilling your purpose because you're not earning the profits,
That's right.
right?
That's
You
it.
have to, and I heard you say this too, Kesha, that we have to tell our money what to do,
Yes. Yes, we
right?
do. Yes, we do. And that goes into planning.
Yep.
What's the old adage? If you fail to plan, you plan to
Plan to
fail.
fail
It's
every
the
time.
truth.
Every
You
time.
have to create a plan so that you can go forth and do the best that you can. Now, that doesn't mean that plan is going to always fall through.
Right.
But if you're planning, you got a safety net,
Right.
right?
Right.
The difference between it's going to rain.
Mm-hmm.
No matter
No
what,
matter what.
it's going to rain. Are you going to drown or are you going to have an umbrella?
That's
That's
good.
the difference.
Yeah.
That's the difference. Getting those personal finances in order so that translates over to your business finances. Because the misnomer is if I start a business, that's the business. That ain't me.
Mm.
That's not true. You and your business are one and the same until you can establish yourself separate from the business, but your name is still associated with that business. Businesses are not people.
Come on.
I mean, businesses are people. So
Yeah.
the business has to be associated with a person.
That's good.
That personal finance, especially at the beginning of your business, means a lot.
Everything.
Yes.
Everything.
Yes.
If you don't understand, you said something key. Businesses are people. You are the foundation of that business. And so if you are jacked up, the business is going to be jacked up, period. Because it starts with you.
That's
and
right.
It starts with understanding money. I run into so many people because they do not understand money basics.
Yes.
And they're like, well, I know I was called to business, but you don't understand basic, expenses versus income. If you don't understand how basic, how money flows in and out, how are you ever going to have a successful business? You have to understand money, and you have to be willing to talk about money.
That's
right? Because so many people don't even have the conversation. The lack of conversation is what's keeping them uneducated.
That's it.
That's why it was important. Go ahead, Kesha.
I'm sorry. I always say too, when we talk about money, we go to places where we're comfortable, right? Because money is such a hard conversation to have because you don't want the judgment. You don't want people to know you either ain't got it or you don't know nothing about it.
Right. That's
so it's hard to do. But you would not go to a hairdresser to get brain surgery. You wouldn't do that. You would do that. So why would you go to somebody that you're comfortable with that doesn't have the expertise to get the knowledge you need about your finances?
That's so good. That's so good.
Yeah.
I was gonna say it's that unwillingness to learn that keeps people in that same circle. So you hit the nail on the head. You're going to people that you know and trust, but that doesn't mean that those are the people that you need to be trusting when it pertains to your money. That's so good.
That's right.
And this is why it was important to have you in the room, right? One of the reasons that God told me to ask you to speak at the conference is because people need money explained in black and white terms on a level that they can understand. Don't come in talking to me about return on investments in 30 years when I don't understand today, right?
Yes.
And a lot of times entrepreneurs, no matter how much you love God, no matter how long you've been in business, the reason that you haven't gone to the next level, the reason that you haven't broken through is because you keep buying everything you see. You got shiny object syndrome. You're constantly spending and spending and spending, but you're not creating a plan for your money and using it appropriately so that it can make more money for you. And so that's what Kesha is bringing to the CEO Arise conference. She's in the room. And as you hear, Kesha talks to us in plain English.
That's all I know.
Right? Don't let her fool you, y'all. She knows some $5 words.
That's it. Maybe $3. We'll see.
she can code switch if she needs to.
Very good.
But she breaks things down in a way that you can understand. And so I wanted her to be able to present, we have a wide range of different speakers who are going to be at the conference at different levels, at different success levels, at different experience levels. Kesha just told you guys that she is one who runs multiple businesses, but she also works a full-time job as well. And so I wanted to show you guys that everybody, no matter what stage you're in, this conference is for you. And there will be people there who can speak to you at your level or at, the current season that you're in your business, right? And so that's what Kesha's going to do for us. She is the money coach. She's going to break it down. Tell them just the title, Kesha. Don't give them the drip. Just tell them the title. If you know it off the top of your head, what your title is going to be? If you don't, that's okay.
Oh no, I know what we're going to do. We're going to find what money you already have to invest in your business.
Boom.
That's what we're going to do. Boom. You feel like, I need more money. Let me go get a grant. Which, that's a whole nother topic. Or let's go borrow money from the bank. Or SBA got some money for not minority. That's a whole nother subject. Where's the money that you have access to today?
That's
if
good.
you want to start your business.
That's good.
How can you take what you have today, make it work better for you so that you can reinvest in your business or you can
Hmm.
get your business off the ground? That's what we'll
That's
bring
so
to the
good.
CEO conference.
That's so good. Keisha, can you do us a favor and put
Yes,
your link in the comments? So if you
absolutely.
have not registered, again, Keisha just dropped. Listen, if you were paying attention and taking notes, she just gave y'all a hint as to what you need to be doing already. So I'm gonna just post it on the screen so that you guys can look for it in the comments. It's there in the comment section. All you have to do is click on it. Viva says, "Oh my, I cannot wait. This is so good." Listen, if you some of you already gotten tickets, you know you're already going to be there, share these live streams with other people, you know, inbox it to them, tag them in it, put it in all your Facebook groups if you're allowed to share links in your groups, because at the end of the day we need to get more of us, people who look like us, in the room, right?
Right.
People who know God, love God, and are ready to go to the next level. You know you've been called to business and you don't want to die broke. Oh, all right. Just if you don't want to die broke, just raise your hands in the comments. If you
Come on, somebody.
refuse to die broke, you refuse for your family not to have anything when you leave this earth, you want to leave a legacy. Your business should be big enough, as we talked about in the previous interview. It should be big enough. It should be bigger than you and big enough to be able to leave an inheritance, leave a legacy to your family. And that's all that we're doing, is we're bringing people in the room and we're teaching you guys how to want more, how to go after more, how to execute at a higher level, how to believe God for more, how to do the work, right?
That's
How to
right.
do the work. And you can invest in your future. This is a tax deductible investment because it is a business investment. It is a business trip. So business trips are tax deductible. Now, if you let Keisha coach you, she can teach you how to get all those how to get all those deductions. Come to the conference and Keisha might hook you up
Might
with
get you
something that's going to help you to track all of that. You never know what you might get if you in the room. So
there.
thank you again, Keisha. I
Oh,
appreciate
thank
you
you.
so much for being
Yes.
here. Thank
Yes.
you for your yes to the conference,
Oh,
and thank you for your yes today.
yes. Thank you so much for doing this. We need this so much. Guys, if you have not gotten your tickets, please go to the website, go to my link, go to the website, get your tickets. Now, until Leticia, thank you for honoring God and doing this because this
Absolutely.
is so necessary. And I'm so thankful to be a part of it.
Absolutely. Thank you, sis.
Take care.
I love it. All right, guys. I gave you two more today. Two amazing coaches who are speaking on different topics. But as you see, as we're bringing more and more of the speakers to the front, to the forefront for you guys to be able to meet them, as you can say, this will be a very, as you can see, this will be a very rich conference. And we're covering all the angles. Like literally, we're covering all the angles. These speakers are not here just to throw fluff at you, but God literally had me to reach out to people who are already action takers, people who know how to give you actual steps that you can take, and people who are believing Him for more, people who are busy doing what they have been called to do. And so that is the whole purpose of this conference, not to make you feel good emotionally. You've done that, right? Real talk. You've been to all the things that made you feel good. This ain't that. This is the opportunity for you to grow and for you to be able to execute at a level that you didn't even know that you could execute at before. So if you haven't already, this link that is on the screen, it is also in the comments. It's very easy for you to click on it. Go ahead and reserve your seat today. We have payment plans available. If you want the VIP, here's what I'm going to tell you. I'm going to tell you right now. VIP, you are going to get so many additional food options. If you are a VIP and if you register for the VIP, whether you get the singles ticket or the couples ticket, because husbands are welcome, there are men and women who will be attending this conference. Uh, if you get a couples VIP ticket, you're going to get a special lunch that is prepared for you by Ruth's Chris Steakhouse. We have some delicious options available, but you're also that Friday night, you are going to be getting a couples VIP dinner where I have asked a very special couple who is going to be in the room pouring into you, helping you navigate the worlds of marriage and entrepreneurship. Because at the end of the day, whether one of you is an entrepreneur or both of you is an entrepreneur, that world can get a little tricky sometimes, right? And sometimes you're mad and biting each other's head off, but really it's a business problem, not a marriage problem. And so I have a couple that's going to be coming and pouring into all of us married couples. But then also on Saturday, you get VIP headshots. We have two amazing photographers who are going to be in the building taking those headshot photos. We also have on Saturday evening for the men, they're going to have their own fireside chat. The ladies, you're going to have a pajama night with me, right? Exclusively with me. I'm answering all of your questions and pouring into you for all of the ladies who purchase a VIP ticket. Also, we have negotiated discounted hotel rates. Of course, we're at Embassy, so they're all beautiful, beautiful suites. It's a gorgeous, gorgeous location. You know, if you know anything about me, you know your girl likes clean and I like luxury, and I make no apologies for it. Some folks call me bougie. I'll take that. I don't care. But one of the things that we did when we went down there to do the site visit, we looked at a lot of different hotels, and you know they were really, really nice. But what stood out to me, and one of the reasons that we selected this location, is because from the time we walked in the door until the time we walked out, every single room that we went in, there was a level of excellence. It was pristine. The staff was prepared. They have multiple restaurants on site. There's a beautiful rooftop restaurant for those of you who would even like to stay over and have brunch that Sunday morning. If you guys want to just have your own personal debrief, there's, that's available. Again, the Ruth's Chris Steakhouse is available. We have them to ourselves, both Friday and Saturday for lunch for those who are VIP ticket holders. And so I wanted to create, or what God called me to create was an experience, right? This is not just a time for you to come in and attend a business conference, but this is an experience. This is something that you have to be in the room to understand the magnitude of what you are being exposed to. God desires to take his children from level to level to level. And let me explain something to you. You do not have to apologize for enjoying luxury. You were created to enjoy luxury. You were created to experience the finer things in life, and you do not have to apologize for that. And if nobody in your circle is believing like you're believing, then come on to CEO Arise, because I promise you, I will put people in the room who believe like you are believing, who are going after more. We even have curated networking times. Like when I tell you everything has been thought of to make sure that you have an experience that you will not forget. Like this, even this networking hour was designed and purposely included so that you could work the room. You could connect with other kingdom-minded entrepreneurs who desire to please God, not just in your personal life, in the way that you live, but also in how you show up in the marketplace. There's things that could be said about kingdom business, and we want that to be that we operate with integrity, that the fruit of the Spirit is on display when you go into a kingdom business or when you do business with a kingdom person. So we want to make sure that you have an opportunity to connect with other people who also believe the same way. And so that's why we're doing it, guys. I didn't need another conference. I had so many other things going on. I was praying about something completely different, and God dropped this conference in my spirit. And so we know that there is a need. And so we want to encourage you, if you have not gotten your ticket, go ahead, get your ticket. You need to be in the room because it will be life changing. All right, stay tuned. Enjoy your holiday. That's it. I don't have any more speakers for you guys this weekend. But starting next week, we coming back. I'm going to keep introducing you guys to these speakers. Keep wetting your palate so that you can understand the power that's going to be in that room. Good God Almighty. Y'all wait till y'all see that. Y'all think the speakers this week was fire. Wait until y'all see them speakers next week. Goodness gracious. Thank you guys for rocking with me always. Enjoy the rest of your Friday. Again, I am Otissia Johnson, and I cannot wait to see you in the room at the CEO Arise Conference. You guys be blessed. Bye-bye.